Hello everyone, Nico here from Prince Peach, and today I'm talking about the Nintendo Wii U. Yes, that system still exists, it's not just the NX now. Um, so I want to talk today because if you think about it, to really get, this is way too bright, that's too dark, to get successful in the future and to know better for the future, you have to reflect on the past. And I really wanted to ask you guys why you think the Wii U, what the number one reason, if there's only one reason, why did the Wii U underperform and why did it flop? And by flop, I mean it didn't do good and underperformed. I have a lot of reasons. You can just pick one of the many. I don't really know what my main reason is, but it's probably going to be there's two that I'm tied between. Number one, the fact that it's Wii U and not even Wii 2 would have been a better name. Even Wii Plus or something. I don't know. But Wii U sounds like, when you look at it, it sounds like it's just an extension and it's the gamepad. And I know you guys heard of this many, many times before. But when you ask the average person, I'm going to say a year or two ago, because this was an issue. Like now most people know what Wii U is. But the first few years of its release, people thought the Wii U was just the gamepad. And they didn't realize that it's a whole new system. So I think that's the number one issue. It should have been named something completely different. Or at least something obvious like PS4, PS5, PS6, Xbox 360, Xbox One. At least the numbers changed. That was literally just an added letter. I think, again, Wii 2 would have been more productive than that. The second reason is the fact that it lacked graphic power, games, 3D. It lacked a lot of things that the other systems had. Most importantly, the graphics and the power. Not saying the Wii U is still my favorite console generation. I know you guys might think I'm delusional or Nintendo's paying me to say that, and they're definitely not. I mean, I can assure you, they definitely are not paying me right now, because I probably wouldn't. My budget would literally not be like my bed. But Nintendo could have definitely made this like the Wii. It was less powerful than the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but it wasn't like horribly behind. Meanwhile, the Wii U looks like a bit updated Wii. Meanwhile, the PS4 and Xbox One are these really great new generation graphics, and the Wii U still kind of looks like a better Wii. It looks like a PS3, maybe a tad bit better. So I think a mix of people thinking it's still a Wii, and then once someone tells them it's a new system, they look at the games and it doesn't look like they're much better graphically. They still might be confused because they're like, it's a new system, but why doesn't it look like a new system? Aside from that, there's third-party support was an issue. Definitely games like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, these huge games completely missing from the Wii U library. That's another big thing because people, especially near the Grand Theft Auto days, like a few years ago, I think 2014 is when they got on the PS4, Xbox One. That was the main reason for people to buy it. Grand Theft Auto 5, I believe, is the best-selling game of the decade. And obviously, if you don't have the best-selling game of the decade, you're probably going to have less people attracted to your system if they're going to be missing out on the biggest game of the decade. And if you're missing out on the biggest game of the decade, you're probably going to be missing out on a bunch of other games too, and they are. So when you're an average gamer looking for things like, I'm going to throw Uncharted in there, even though it's PS4 exclusive. You're looking for Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto, the sports games, like they're completely missing, like the NBA and NFL games. Those are like the five, like, I would say NFL, the sports games, Call of Duty, and Grand Theft Auto. Those are like the three must-haves for a system. Like, those are the games for systems nowadays. So, I'm not saying Nintendo has to cave in and be focused on those, but the fact that they don't have those games is an issue because that's what the core gamer audience, the casual gamers, look for. GTA, Sports, and Call of Duty. Those are the 3 best sellers. Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, huge game. Fallout 4, huge game. And then obviously Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, huge game. Those are the 3 biggest games of the holiday season last year. None of them were on the Wii U. So when you're looking for a system and the 3 biggest games aren't on the system, you're obviously going to be drawn away from it. Sure, they have things like Splatoon and Mario Maker, and those might attract a lot of people. They attract me. Personally, I don't care about the sports games in Call of Duty. I like Battlefront, and I'm currently playing Overwatch, and I enjoy it. But definitely, I enjoy my Wii U and my Wii U games better than I enjoy it on my PS4. No offense to Sony, I like my PS4. It's just I have a lot more games I play actively, and I had a better experience with and a longer experience with on my Wii U rather than my PS4. So, Naruto, all the Naruto games used to be on the Wii. Same with Dragon Ball Z, Xenoverse, and the last Ultimate Ninja, whatever they're on now, I think 4. Both were missing from the Wii U. So you're missing out on the anime audience that usually is with Nintendo, missing out on the gamers, the sports/gamers, the shooters, the shooter as a genre, and then GTA. You're missing all of these different fan bases. And even though you are going to attract a lot of people for Mario, on the polar opposite spectrum, you're missing a lot more people for not having those games than you are attracting them. So I think that's a big reason. I think that's probably the biggest reason, along with it being Wii U instead of a new system title. So there's also little things like, I can't really think of anything specifically, but those are basically the biggest things. Obviously, the graphics, a lot of people didn't like the gamepad and how it was required. The controls in general are pretty bad on the Wii U compared to like a PS4 and Xbox One. DLC, that's like the biggest thing in the gaming industry right now. Only a few games have it. I mean, that's not a required thing, if anything. But like, I think the biggest issue is they're missing out on the biggest games of the generation. And obviously, as a gamer, as a casual, like if you look at a regular gamer, they're going to be wanting the biggest games of the generation, and they're missing out on it. So, like, let's just look at the past few months. Overwatch, the Doom game, the one other game that's made like the same people as Borderlands, Dark Souls. That's just in the past month. All of those are missing from the Wii U. Then you look at the last holiday season. Fallout 4. It's 4, right? Yeah, 4. Battlefront. Black Ops 3. All 3 of them missing from the Wii U. So I think that's a really big problem that they have to fix the next generation. Honestly, as a gamer myself, I really could care less, because the games I've enjoyed from Nintendo outweigh the ones that aren't from Nintendo, honestly, which is kind of weird because one company compared to like hundreds. But I think Nintendo serves the best quality, the most fun, but it's my taste, not the casual gamer. So it's really, this video is meant for the casual gamer. It's for people the majority of people who buy the consoles, since the title is, why did the Wii U flop? Why was it unsuccessful? Obviously, my taste doesn't reflect the general public's taste. So I personally still believe the Wii U is the best console because the games it has are so much superior in terms of fun. Maybe not graphically, but I think they're the most solid, fun games out there. And I'm not even done with half of them. I own Bayonetta, and I own Donkey Kong, and I own Yoshi's Woolly World, but I'm not even close to finishing them. And already I enjoy this console so much. So, yeah. Thank you for watching.